Hello, everybody, and welcome to my channel. Let me introduce myself if you want yet. My name is Jules. My pronouns are he, him. I'm a commercial food photographer, stylist, and author. And today we are doing a flip through of the setup of my Hobonichi week's April start. It's actually a March start. April start media journal. And yeah, so let's get to this. I haven't put anything in here yet. I haven't done any color codes because I don't think I'm going to be using any colors. Basically, anytime I start a rewatch of a series, I'm going to put the end or the start date and the end date. Or when I'm binging means watching the same show every single night instead of as it airs. Doesn't mean hours at a time in my case. I'm going to put the dates in here, maybe, or I might not. I haven't quite decided yet if I'm even going to use the section, so it's blank. The month section I am going to use to keep track of when shows are premiering or when they're dropping on whatever stream, so that I know when to watch it. I will not be using the weeks to keep track of my to-be watched list. I have that in my Jabun Techo days. Let's see if I can quickly find that. Yeah, so I have a TV to watch and movies to watch in my, that's where those lists go. This is for when I'm actually watching it. So yeah, premiere dates will be in the month section. And then the week section, I can't wait to start using this. This will probably go up when after the 26th of February. But this is, I'm filming this on February 21st, just so you have reference. So instead of dividing this section into thirds, I've divided it in half, and I've used the Ohuhu colored marker brush fine liner dual brush pens. This is number 21. I will link to these pens in the description. And I'm just aligned through the middle, and the left side are going to be the television shows that we watch in the evening before we go to bed. Going to bed and not necessarily means going to sleep. So this is the ones that we watch after I exercise, before we put the dogs to bed and we go to our room. And these are a mixture of ones like either rewatches or my television shows that my partner does not necessarily want to watch with me, and they do other things while I'm doing that. And then this right side is going to be keeping track of the shows that we are watching together once we go to bed. And then I'm going to use the grid section for any notes on that. And I would show you, actually, hold on, let me grab that, because I don't know why you would want to see it, even if it's completely messy. I have been playing with this concept for the last couple of weeks in a Traveler's Notebook weeks free. And so, yeah, so this is how it looks. It's the episode, or the show, the season and episode, the title name. And then if I have any longer thoughts, 1 or 2 sentences about that show, it will go on this side. And it's not off, like, and then I will just use deco for when there's big, huge blank pages like this. So this is how this will look, but it won't be as messy. Right now I'm just playing with stuff, right? So it doesn't look too nice. And I use this pen instead of the Uniball Jetstream because this black is too stark for me for a line, and I like this gray. It's the right shade of gray for my liking. So that's how I'm going to use the week section. And then the the note section, and I already know, I will talk about it in a bit, that this is not going to be enough to last me until the end of March of 2024. So I'm using like this index as just the color pens that I'm using in this book for now. It might change. So it's one Tombow brush pen 158, 772, and 60, 992, and 994 are the colors that I'm using. And then the table of contents for broad subjects. So starting on page 3 is TV shows, starting on page 43 is movies, starting on page 62 is books. And then table of contents are these next 2 pages. So just the media, what I'm watching, and on what page. And as you see, there's already a lot already in here. I started setting up shows and marking them off as watched for February if they were going to be continued to be watched in March. So, or like American Gods, actually season 1 is completely done, and it might be done season 2 before March. But because I started like this, I didn't want to have like just season 3 when I'm watching them, binging them. I'm watching them season after season after season. So that's these 2 pages. And then how I'm doing the TV shows. So I've printed off using, this is Avery. These are 1.5 square Avery stickers. I will link, I think it's 7276 or 7672. I don't know. I will link those in the description as well. And I printed off, do I have more of them? A whole bunch. I printed off 2 sheets initially of all the TV shows, movies, and some books that I planned that are on my lists in here to be read, to be watched. I printed off those already, so they're ready to go. And so I have the title, the season, the year, using a stencil. Here's the stencil. I will link to the stencil. This came into a pack of 60. This is 18. And again, I used the Ohuhu because I like the fine liner. It's 0.4, 0.5 is the fine liner. For the stars, then it's like the 1 or 2 sentence synopsis that you can find on either IMDb, or I sometimes pulled them from the streaming platform itself. And then the reason why I realized, I actually want a media journal is that I saw a video from Rue on Paper with their media journal set up and the way that they were doing it. I'm like, I like that. I want to do that actually. So I've, again, using the Ohuhu marker. And here's a fancy thing about this. I also use this. I talked about this in my fitness journal setup, which I will link up here. But the great thing about the Tombow paper and this pen, if you draw your grid out and let it sit for 24 hours, you can go over it with a Tombow and it's not going to smudge. It's like some witchcraft where the watercolor on watercolor, it absorbs enough in the paper where you can go over it with a watercolor and it's magic. So I've done the grids for how many episodes. I'm coloring them in as I watch them. And these ones that are different colors, it's because I really, really enjoyed those episodes. Those are episodes that stand out for me, are my favorites. And then this is a rewatch. So it's rewatch date. It started on the 10th of February, and I'll fill that in when I'm done. And then on this page, and this page doesn't exist for every single show. It only exists for some of them. It will exist for every single rewatch because there's a reason why I'm rewatching it. And then there are some TV shows that I know that I need this for as well. So this is favorite episodes and longer thoughts. So listing my favorite episodes, and then once I'm done this season, some longer thoughts. I've already written some longer thoughts about these favorite episodes in here. on this, on this side. So, and I think this is the wrong episode that I colored in. Oh no, it is the one. Okay, yeah, it is right. Never mind. So, I may transfer them here afterwards. It depends how much room I have left after writing down my favorite episodes. And then I will give it a star rating afterwards. So, I have that again for season 7. Already all filled in, ready to go. American Gods, I've done season 1, 3 stars, and then underneath I have just a little bit of thoughts. I have no favorite episodes. I don't love it, but I like it enough to keep watching even if nothing is grabbing me, right? So there's a little bit of room here to leave some thoughts. I almost went with 2 pages for last week tonight. And then I realized, no, I don't need 2 pages for last week tonight. And I immediately kicked myself after the premiere. It's just colored in the different color for my favorite episode. And I'm just alternating between colors between each show just to add some different spice. Because it was one of my favorite episodes ever. And I made a note of why. And I will figure out some way to remind myself to look back in this week's section when it happens again about, I really like that episode. Maybe I'll put like the date that I watched it or something so I know where to find reference to it. So I'm just coloring them in. And then the watch. So this is watched as aired. Here's an example of like a bin. So I watched this between 15th of February and 18th of February 2024. This watched as aired. So this is how it's all the TV shows. And then I have left some space for shows that I know them, like Survivor starts this coming week. It will have already started by the time this video gets posted. I know I will have longer thoughts about Survivor. There's always some episodes that I don't stop thinking about. Masked Singer, Family Stallone. I know I will have longer thoughts about Station 19 and Grey's. So I've added some tabs for reading through those. So that is the TV section. And then the movie section is almost the same, but a little bit different. So it has the title of the movie, when it was released, who directed it, who it starred, and then once I'm done watching it, I'll give it a star rating. This is the short little synopsis. So this will be when I watched it, and then it has room for a short little review or thoughts underneath. So that's how it will look for movies. And then for books, so it has the title, the author, the publisher, as well as the year, the genre, the format that I read it or absorbed it or whatever, a star rating. Again, the 1 or 2 sentence little some blurb about it, when I read it, and then a space for review. And I already know, based off of what I've printed out for what needs to be in here, that I am going to run out of pages pretty quickly. So I ordered off of Amazon the Hobonichi. They're this size notebooks, and they have like 40 some odd pages of it. And once I fill this up, I will stick a notebook in this front pocket and continue on in the notebook. And I've already made a note that I'm going to need to buy the week's mega for sure for my media journal for 2025. I can't believe I'm saying 2025 because this is definitely not going to be enough room. So that is my media journal. If you keep a media journal, what exactly do you keep track of in your media journal? Is it different than mine? Do you have a video of it? Let me know in the comments. If you like this video, hit that like button. If you found it at all entertaining, useful, and all that good stuff, subscribe to my channel. I do mostly Jaboon Techo Biz and Days videos, flips live, Plan With Mes, with the odd Hobonichi content, as well as the odd unboxing and how-to videos. So subscribe, hit that notification bell so you know when new videos come up, and join me every single Saturday at 1 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. British time for a live Plan With Me, where we sit and we talk for an hour and a half and have a good time, and we plan, or some people do chores, or they just listen to me yammer and talk about what's going on in my life while they do other stuff. Until next time, I hope you all have a great and fabulous week. Bye.